Well, we come up to a very iconic place here in Victoria Road. It's the old jail, disused now for some time. With me, the Home Affairs Minister, Juan Watterson. And really, this is the end of the road now. This is the final sites we're going to see this before the bulldozers and the wrecking crews and everything move in.
That's right. I think it's a reminder of a rather grim history in the Isle of Man. I think we'd all say it was better than Castle Rushen, which it replaced as the island's prison. But I think it does represent, an island where we weren't living up to our international standards, international obligations, where you had two people to a cell and you still had slopping out. And I think that's a good enough reason for getting rid of the site.
I mean, there's going to be some people who want to keep this. I mean, this will be iconic for certainly the Victorian societies, whatever, that sort of thing. Any pressure there to keep it?
I don't think so, and because I think we've got some great examples around the island of really good urban brick buildings. Of course, if you look around this site, not just the front gate, but there really isn't that sort of compelling need to keep this compared to, in my view, compared to places like sort of Douglas Railway Station or Port Erin Railway Station, which are really beautiful buildings, fit for purpose and still fit for the modern era.
Well, your predecessor, Mr. Earnshaw, said he was going to get rid of this quite quickly at the time, and he could see future uses for it. But, I mean, A-wing, the old traditional thing, that couldn't have been kept for anything for historical purposes or turned into a hostel or something?
Well, I think you're sort of trying to sort of crowbar something into a site that isn't really fit. I mean, you've got a lot of sort of different areas here. They've got a high wall, you've got a certain amount of parking here, but it's really not fit for much at the moment. So hopefully what we'll be able to do is level the site. It'll be used for a bright new future as probably housing somewhere down the line.
So you actually got no ideas yet what to do with it?
No, as far as the Department of Home Affairs is concerned, we're finished with it. That'll go into the government pot, shall we like, and see what we can do with it.
I mean, there was a fairly new wing put on there only about 20 odd years ago, and even that can't be safe.
No, I mean that old wing, the new wing as you call it, was in a bit of a state in itself, and we did look at moving it and having it demounted because we are building new cells at the prison, at the police headquarters, and we thought they might be usable for that, but it really isn't fit for purpose, and so we're having to lose that along with everything else.
Hard times. Are you going to then obviously just sell this off as a site to some developer and up come some houses?
Well, it depends what government's need is. We could be using it for first-time buyer housing. There's a whole range of options. We want to look at that within government before it goes outside of government.
Were you surprised it wasn't listed, and people didn't come in here and try and claim it to keep it for posterity?
Well, I think we've seen a lot of people sort of came through when we had the open days, and it was sort of nice to see that while it's here. Its history has sort of been documented, but I don't think it serves a purpose to keep it.
So how long will it take to get the whole thing down?
No idea. I'm not a building expert.
But this is it. This is the end of it.
I think this is the end of the prison.